this again. I'd already recorded this part once and it cut off. I ran out of storage or something. Let's try it again. Okay, so I already talked about the calendar, the team expectations. So, pardon me if I'm going fast because I just did all this and didn't realize it stopped. But a lot of it is stuff that I think we've all know. It's all stuff that if you've ran cross in the past or track in the past, it'll make sense to you, I think. But I wanted to put it formally out there. Two biggest things are attendance and work ethic slash expectations. I think everything kind of falls under those. Attendance. Athletes who miss a practice unexcused for any reason other than an emergency will be or likely dismissed from the team. It's at coach's discretion, but if you just no-show, you'll likely be dismissed from the team. And now that's unexcused. So if you tell me in advance, or Coach Howard or Coach Douglas in advance, hey, I won't be here for this reason, you got a college visit, you're out of state, doctor's appointment, something like that, that's fine. It's fine. I even talked with some of the athletes today. You could even go get your workout in afterwards, and if I see it on Strava, it still counts towards like varsity letter points and everything like that. So no real worries there, just can't no-show. We've had some issue with that in like track season and stuff where I was accountable for kids that I wasn't able to say where they were because they didn't say anything to me, and it became a big ordeal. So that's why it's a little stricter than normal. Athletes who know they will be missing in advance must communicate the situation to a coach in advance. So ways not to inform coach. Have a friend or teammate tell me for you. If you know you're not going to be there, be the one to tell me. Kind of working on some personal skills there, talking face to face, or even remind or shoot me a text or anything like that. Be the one to tell me. I don't think I'm scary, at least maybe I am. Be the one to tell me or another coach. And also telling a coach just minutes before practice isn't going to cut it. Unless it's like an emergency or something, then sure. But if you're just like walking by my classroom at 3:02 at the end of the day and you shout into my room as I'm standing there packing up, hey, I got a doctor's appointment, see you, something like that, that doesn't fly. So if you know in advance, I need to know. Now, if it is an emergency, that's different. Even if I don't hear from you, if it's an actual legitimate emergency, that's okay. Someone's in the hospital, someone got in a wreck, something like that, go. I'll figure it out later. But if you, even in that circumstance, if you are walking past my room and tell me, hey, I won't be there, that's better than nothing. Okay. This is a newer one. It won't change too much, but I just wanted to explain reasoning for this one. Athletes are to remain at a meet until all high school and middle school races are concluded. Now, middle school runners, that doesn't change much because middle school races are at the end anyway. High school runners, I'm going to ask that you stay the extra 30-ish minutes until the middle school races conclude. I know that's a little inconvenient, but I just want to clarify you can still sign out and go home with parents just after all the races are concluded and after everything's packed up. All athletes are expected to help load the bus, set up camp, cheer on teammates, pack up. You will rile me up if I see the same, like, two kids doing all the work every time. So just jump in, offer some help before it becomes an issue. The big reason that I'm asking high school and middle school races, or high schoolers and middle schoolers to stay to the end of the entire meet. We've had a lot of negative instances in the past with the coaches were the one packing everything up at the end. I remember last year, Coach Howard and Coach Stratton, Coach Douglas, and myself all trying to like one-hand the tent and stuff like that. That doesn't really give a strong look to our program. And I mean, you guys are the ones on the team, so it means more if you guys are the ones helping. I know we had meets last year, at least one instance that sticks out in my head where we had, I think the girls team won a plaque or something at the end of the race, and there was no one that ran in the race there to collect the plaque. So I had to like walk out there with one of the injured athletes and collect it. Not a good look for our program. And then finally, we just want to make sure that we're there helping push and do everything we need to for the whole squad. So if you're a high school boy, you're not just part of the high school boys team. You're part of this collective squad that we have. Um, Even Biddy League through high school. Now the Biddy League races, I won't make you stay for. Only I would like to, if you can, awesome. But sometimes they're significantly later in the day than the races, so I know that's a little bit much to ask. Um, this helps ensure that I can keep you guys a little bit more healthy because I can see you guys cooling down more instead of just, yeah, I cooled down and, taking off, something like that. So overall, this is a big ask, but it's really important that we make this happen. And just wanted to get the reasoning out there for that one because I know that was one that might be a little frowned upon, but I just want everyone to understand where myself and the other coaches are coming from with that one. Okay. Work ethic, practice expectations. This is something kind of new and smallish that's kind of going to seem silly, I think, for the first week or so we do it, and then it'll be nothing. Kind of like the break at the end of practice that we started like a couple years ago when I started coaching. What we're going to do is when we walk into practice, say it's at the track, we're going to, coaches included, tap the gate when you walk into the track, and I want you to verbally acknowledge that you're there to work hard. So you tap the gate, you say you say the words all in or work hard, recommit, something like that. I told the athletes I like this quote, how at the end of the season, to be able to unleash the beast, you got to build the beast throughout the season. So you might hear me walk in and tap the fence and say, build the beast. That's it. Just to acknowledge we're there to work hard. Usually I don't get very fired up at any practices, but the few times I have in the past is just when we get to a point where we're kind of a couple days in a row, we're just not gaining anything. We kind of get too lax. We just go through the motion. So this is an effort to combat that. There's no punishment involved if you don't do this. Basically what you'd see here is no sallies, no push-ups, no running, nothing like that. If you see a coach even, see me, see a teammate not do it, remind them, go do it. And then at that point, if they say no or something, I'll probably just ask you to go home. If you can't even say that you're there to work hard, you're probably not going to work hard, and I don't want you dragging down the rest of the team. Work ethic's contagious, so I want people there that's going to work hard. So just go do it. I'm not going to fight with you or anything. If you said no, I'd probably just say go home. Okay. Any athlete's behavior that is detrimental to the team, fighting, suspension, failing a class, arguing with another team or official, being disrespectful to teammates or a coach, anything along those lines, susceptible to additional discipline at the coach's discretion. It's all going to depend on the situation. If you and your teammates are doing something silly at practice and you take it too far, and I might say, you got a sally, or you got 10 push-ups, or we're doing 400s if you leave water bottles on the track or something like that. Not the end of the world. It happens. We'll fix it. It won't happen again, that kind of thing. If you're swinging fists in the lunchroom or something like that, I'll probably tell you you're done. You're off the team. If you're failing a bunch of classes or something, I might say, hey, you're suspended until you get your grades up, something like that. So it's all going to depend on the situation. I think all that's pretty obvious, but I just wanted to put it out there. You could be asked to be dismissed or something like that. Now, refusing to carry out a discipline that the coach gives could result in suspension or dismissal. Basically, I have like a little example here, but basically, we have fun at practice and we mess with each other and that kind of stuff. That's all good. If you say something and to me, or we get joking around, you take it a little too far, and I say, hey, you got sallies or something like that, and you refuse to do it, then I might say, go home. You're not being a good part of the team at that point. You can give it, you can dish it, you can take it, that kind of thing. It's not the end of the world if I ask you to do sallies or push-ups or run or anything like that. Just trying to teach us kind of what's fine, where's the line, and that kind of stuff. If you say, I have like an example here, like I said, if I tell you a workout and you're like, that's stupid, I'm not doing that, and I say, yes, we're doing it, it's important, 10 push-ups, and you do the 10 push-ups, whatever, we keep going. No harm, no done, no foul, nothing like that. Um, if you're like, no, I'm not doing it, I'll probably say go home. Because, like I said, work ethic's contagious. I don't want you around if you're going to be in that kind of headspace. Um, but if you say, hey, that workout's stupid, and you tell me why you think that, and I'm like, you're right, that is dumb. I don't know why we're going to do that. I'll probably say that you should be a little bit more polite about it next time. Might give you a couple push-ups for being rude about it, and then I might change the workout. No big deal. I don't know everything. I'm experienced. All of our coaches are experienced, but we don't know everything. So ask why. I think it makes us better runners. Um, Overall, if you meet the coaches halfway when it comes to the work you put in, if you're coachable and you listen to what we have to say and you take our advice, do the training, everything will go smoothly. Honestly, in my humble opinion, we have a very knowledgeable coaching staff. Admittedly, a younger coaching staff, but very knowledgeable. If I was coaching somewhere else in the future, I would ask Coach Howden, Coach Douglas to come talk to my team, or heck, come coach with me if it was in the area or something like that. I would want these guys around. So don't be afraid for the athletes or parents or anything like that to ask why we're doing this, or ask for an explanation, or give your input. Hey, I think this really benefits me when we do this workout, or something like that. We had some track athletes kind of take that mindset, and they took really big jumps in their ability this past season. So I think it's kind of an important part of our training. I've said this before to the athletes and everything. I don't care if you're a 15-minute 5K runner or a 45-minute 5K runner. I'm just there to make you a better version of yourself. So I've been seen pumping my fist and jumping up and down for someone running a 28-minute 5K, and I've seen with a disappointed look on my face for someone that's run like a 20-minute 5K. So it is what it is. It's all about being the best version of you, and meeting us halfway, like I said. All right, hopefully I covered a lot there. Hopefully my reasoning for some of the new stuff makes sense. I know some of it's not the most convenient thing in the world, but it's important to the program as a whole, and to the health, the well-being of our program, our student athletes, and just making everything go smoothly. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll post all these as screenshots too, but I just wanted to give my clarification. I know I'm one that prefers to listen more than read, so maybe it was helpful. All right, hope you guys have a nice day, and hopefully we have a great season. See you guys.